Welcome back, folks, and let's replay Beneath the Steel Sky. And when last we left off, we may not have been a saboteur at the beginning of our adventure, but we certainly are one now. We've sabotaged production at the pipe factory, so that we could get Joey this awesome welder shell that we've already used a few times. We've destroyed a fuse box so that we could get some putty, and we've cut down a cable, which hopefully will have landed somewhere that we can recover it when we get down to the lower levels. For now, we're in here because there's a puzzle that we need to solve. A puzzle involving these buttons. We tried pressing them before, but they were jammed. If we use the wrench on them, however, we can loosen them.
I've loosened the nut.
You have to do it to both buttons, not just one. The left and then the right, or the right and then the left.
I've loosened the nut.
Now that we've done that, we can sabotage something else by telling Joey to press the button on the right, and we'll press the button on the left when Joey presses his button.
Try pressing the button again.
It's a timing puzzle, but you have an unlimited number of attempts to succeed. There's more steam. There we go.
Now you've done it, mate. I'll have to fetch old Hobbins. And you'd better stay here, in case there's an explosion.
Funny you should mention that. That's going to happen. And unfortunately there's not much I can do about the sound of the steam. So we'll get out of here as quickly as possible. First, we'll grab the light bulb. We're definitely going to need that. Then, we're going to use the switch. And look at this light socket here.
That's dangerous. The electricity could leak out.
That it could! We need to find something to block the leaking electricity. How about this putty? That definitely is a good thing to place here. Let's turn this back on. Remember when Joey said those were plastic explosives? We've just put them to good use to get access to those controls. Let us save, and see about using these switches.
This must control a power supply. But to what?
Why don't we give it a go? That did nothing. But this one will do something. Let's leave now. We've done all we can here. But first, let's look at that chair.
That chair's like its owner, an antique.
Can we do something with it?
I don't have time to sit around like that old man.
No, we don't. We have to get out of here. It's nice to be out of the room with that very loud steam sound. Joey will emerge in a moment, and then we'll have a look at that bulb. The bulb is very important. The light bulb is a standard 100-watt filament bulb. Let's have a look at it.
Give me an analysis, Joey.
Nothing special about it. It's an ordinary light bulb.
Far from ordinary these days, eh? I like the fact that the game forces you to get the light bulb to solve the puzzle that we've just solved. And for an added bonus before we carry on, let's go and have a look in here, shall we? There's something going on.
Seen anything of Hobbins?
What do you want him for?
To mend a pipe in the power plant.
Can't you fix it yourself?
I wouldn't dare.
Well, I haven't seen Hobbins all day. He's probably busy.
He's very busy indeed. And off that person goes. They're heading over there, and they're not very happy about it. Let's go over here and see now if the elevator works. It may do. Lamb isn't here, which is a good sign. We just need to wait for Joey to be on the screen, because if we use the elevator and Joey is not on the screen, Joey won't come with us. Let's see if it works. I think it does, because Lamb has just emerged from it. Excellent. We're making progress. Let's see how far this card gets us. Let's use the elevator.
Come on, Joey.
Come along, Joey. In your own time. The elevator will wait. Down we go! The lower down you get, the nicer things get. Comparatively anyway. Here's that cable. We want this.
It's long and flexible, just what I need.
Marvellous. Let's grab it. I'm amazed you can fit that in your coat. There are lots of places that we can look around here. Let's start searching. If we go to the right, we'll end up in this lovely place. Let's have a look at this sculpture. It's called Man and Machine.
If that's art, I must be missing something.
You might be. There's nothing you can do with it. Let's talk to Joey.
What do you know about art, Joey?
Do you include welding under that topic?
Well, I suppose so. If it's creative welding.
I could make a few improvements to that sculpture.
You could, but I don't think we should. There's a terminal here, there's a pile of rubbish here, and there is a place we can use to travel places, and Anchor Insurance. We have heard of Anchor Insurance, but before we decide to go in there, we've just got to see if there's any conversation we can have with Joey on this screen. There may be. It can't hurt to check. There you are. We can say something.
Where are we now, kid?
I don't know, but I don't like it. The sooner we get out of here, the better.
I remember when you said that we should stay here. What's changed your mind? We may never know. For now, let's go to Anchor Insurance and see what we can do there. Don't get washed away, get an anchor policy. That's quite a nice slogan. That is a less than impressive chart, however.
It shows the state of business, and it doesn't look good.
No, it does not. There's a statue here, and there's an anchor. We may want that.
A guy in a rubber raincoat carrying an anchor.
Can we take it?
The anchor is firmly attached to the statue.
Oh, is it? We could make it not so firmly attached, and I can't read this. We could talk to this person, though. He looks very busy. Anything for you to say here, Joey? There's quite a few things that you can say.
Can you interface with that computer, Joey?
I could if I wanted to.
He doesn't want to, does he?
I'm asking you to do it.
Correction, you're ordering me to do it.
Don't be pedantic. Just do it.
What am I searching for?
Anything on Overman for a start.
This directory is a hopeless mess. I'm going to reorganize his hard drive. That's better. There's nothing on Overman, though.
That's unfortunate. I bet you can't do anything about that anchor, can you?
Use your welder on that statue, Joey.
What for?
That anchor could be useful.
I'm always ready for a spot of welding.
I doubt he's going to let you, though. You could try.
Hey, get your robot away from my statue.
Can't do it while he's here, but maybe we can get him to go away. That's a good idea. Let's have a conversation.
Hello.
Hi, you look like a man who needs insurance, yeah? Can I interest you in this? A rogue robot policy.
I've never heard of that before.
It's a safeguard against the possibility of your robot turning on you.
I don't think we need that. I think Joey, despite all of his grumblings and his sarcasm and his insults, wouldn't actually turn on us.
Joey would never do that.
Aha! So you think. Surveys show that 42% of all domestic droid owners are worried about the risk of attack.
This is bullshit, Foster. Don't listen to that moron.
Nasty temper that robot's got, yeah?
They're worried about the risk of attack, but how many have actually been attacked? We're not interested. Besides, we probably couldn't pay for it.
I'm not interested.
We're going to have to talk to this man about more things, though. Like how we can get to ground level.
Can you help me get to ground level?
Ah, what you need is travel insurance, yeah?
Just to use an elevator?
Hey, man, those things are death traps, yeah? Our policy gives you cover for all elevator-related situations.
I don't think we want that either.
I'm not interested.
What about your choice of career? Why did you decide to become an insurance salesman?
Why did you choose a career in insurance?
With a name like mine, it was my destiny. I'm Billy Anchor, yeah?
Bet that caused problems at school.
It certainly did. No joke being first on the register, yeah?
Do you have a client called Overman, though? That is an interesting question.
Do you have a client called Overman?
I'll check the computer files. Do you know the first name?
No.
Do you know the address?
No.
Do you know what sex this person is?
Well, presumably he's male.
At last, we're getting somewhere. Now, what is his LINC status?
I haven't a clue.
Never mind. I'll try a search anyway. Name, Overman. Address, unknown. Sex, male, possibly. Oh, that's funny. I can't find anything. The computer's gone down on me, huh?
Computers, huh?
Well, I won't be able to help you after all.
Do you have a client called Reich, though? We'll ask you anything if it gets you out of the room for 5 seconds.
Do you have a client called Reich?
Can't you get the information from LINC?
I like dealing with people.
I prefer dealing with people.
Let's get this straight. You'd rather talk to me than use a terminal?
Yes. Is there something wrong with that?
Oh, no. We're going to get along fine, yeah? Well, I'd like to help you, yeah. But the computer's gone ape.
Maybe you could look up the policies that this person has? Nothing we can do here right now.
Never mind.
Need to find a way for you to leave this place so that we can get that anchor. Let's go to the other place for now. I'm sure there's stuff we can do there, or at the very least there are people we can talk to. It's always a good idea when you enter a new area in a point-and-click adventure game to get the lay of the land. Find out what NPCs there are, things you can interact with, situations that can kill you horribly. I don't think we'll find one of them here though. Ah, lots of things we can look at here. Loads of posters, pigeonholes, a giant mural, a chair. This person who's really comfortable by the looks of it.
Can you interface with that computer, Joey?
That's not a good idea,
Why not?
because the system has a virus.
How can you tell?
Just believe me, I know these things.
We'll take your word for it as we look at everything.
A big female robot with a welding torch.
I don't think that's entirely accurate. We can't take it.
What a dump. I wouldn't want to go there.
Can we take that? No. What about the mural? It looks like a nice scene.
It's a painting of how things used to look.
Makes you wonder how things look in Foster's world. Anything in the pigeonholes?
It's a wooden case with lots of little compartments.
Anything in them?
They're all completely empty.
Alas. What about the globe?
Bigger than the one I had as a kid. I used to play with it for hours.
Can we take it? Let's wait so that Joey isn't what we accidentally click on. We can spin it. That's good enough. It is a very large globe. Finally, we can talk to the man here. Hello.
Hello.
Welcome to Trevor's Travel Company. Where do you want to go?
Can you get me to ground level?
Sure, on one of my luxury air coach tours.
Coach travel makes me sick.
Me too. I prefer to keep my wheels on the ground.
What kind of tours do you offer?
Well, there's a wide choice. The Grand City Tour, the Economy City Tour, and the Mystery Tour.
The mystery tour?
What's the difference between grand and economy?
The Economy Tour is cheaper. Exactly the same itinerary, but less prestigious.
Ah. You said a mystery tour, though.
What's the mystery tour?
If I told you, it wouldn't be a mystery.
That's a good point, but...
How do I know it's not a rip-off?
That's the chance you have to take.
Let's see if we can get a ticket for that mystery tour.
The mystery tour sounds fine.
I'll reserve your ticket.
Now tell me, where does it go?
It doesn't go anywhere physically. It's the latest in virtual reality.
Oh, not that old turkey.
It's almost completely like the real thing.
If you say so, but I'm not convinced.
Interesting how that statement there, even now, is still a topic of discussion. What about the Grand Tour?
I'll take the grand tour.
Just one tiny point. You'll need a decent wardrobe.
What's wrong with what we're wearing?
What's wrong with these clothes?
They're fine for a sheep farm. But what you need is something fashionable.
Look who's talking.
The Grand Tour is classy, see? You'll be mixing with people of elegance and money.
All right, forget the grand tour.
What about the Economy Tour, then?
Book me on the economy tour.
I'll make your reservation. You can pick up the ticket in a month or two.
Can't I have the ticket now?
Sorry, there's a waiting list.
A waiting list?
Do you know a guy called Overman?
Never heard of him.
I'm starting to wonder if Overman is actually a person at all.
Did you know your computer has a virus?
It can't happen.
My robot assures me it does.
Get a life. That's just a welder on wheels.
Show him, Joey. Analyze his brain patterns.
You sure? It's like a cesspit in there. He's obsessed with archaic images of masculinity and his failure to live up to them. He sees the laws banning motorbikes as repressive, a form of institutionalized castration.
All right, knock it off.
His ideal woman would be a combination of his mother and his first moped.
You leave my moped out of this.
That's a little bit too much information there, Joey, but we have discovered that he really likes motorbikes, and we know that Reich was subscribed to a motorbike magazine.
Go on. Give me a ticket.
I told you, there's a waiting list.
Could you swap for it?
Is there anything you'd swap for a ticket?
I doubt if you've anything which interests me.
Not right now,
It doesn't matter.
but maybe later. Let's leave for now, knowing that we need to get something to swap for that ticket. Let's move somewhere else, shall we? We're going to go this way, why not? We'll head in this direction. Which leads to this area in the background, with a smaller sprite for Foster. And that leads to here, which is also a place in the background. But there's a nice looking place over here, which loops all the way round to here. There's someone we could talk to. We also know of Burke's Biosurgery. We saw an advert for it. But the conversation with this person will occur next time. For when we come back, folks, we're that much closer to the ground level. We're not quite there yet, but look, there's actually green here. in tiny areas, but there is green. We're getting closer to the place that doesn't look terrible. Everywhere's going to look terrible, isn't it? Everywhere's going to look terrible.
Never mind.
And so, I'll catch you next time, folks, and I'll see you then. Later.